Okay, so our panel is complete. Switches are fitted. Alright, still have to wire them up. And here's where it mounts to. Alright, with pilot holes marked and drilled. Alright, cut out so the switches can fit into there flush. Now all we got to do is wire up the two packing plant sidings to these switches. Stay tuned. Okay, we're wiring up the sidings for the packing plant Stockyards district. And in case you missed it on one of my previous videos, my main section of the layout, Chicago, is double hinged. And what I mean by that is, as you can see here, Union Station will eventually fit here with a bunch of other buildings. All will be removable, as is the divider, the seam divider laying down there on the floor here, okay, which fits in between these brackets to hold it in place. And it'll have some building fronts on it as well. But the whole reason behind it being hinged is so I can get up and get to wiring, or if I have some kind of track issue, like, well, even cleaning under in here, it allows me easy access. And when I say double hinged, alright, not only is this section elevate, but the whole top, alright, Michigan Avenue there, or Columbus Avenue actually in Chicago, comes off, the backdrop comes off, and this whole top section of Union Station, everything above this cabinet, everything above the cabinet here, will hinge up, and I can get to the wiring in there as well. And being hinged, you knock the pins out and take the whole thing off, which I had to do at one point to get some remote tortoise smails, that's what I use, installed. Wasn't easy, but it was doable. So much easier than trying to get in a little 1 foot or 2 foot space in the back behind these cabinets. So that's what I'm doing now. I've ran the wire from here, and I'll use each wire, the red and the white, each going to that side rail for both sidings, coming down, and it's run through here. And you can see my booster and all my power, my PM42 power management board is all in this section. Right. So I'll get it run, and then I'll get the board set, which is pre-wired as far as I can wire it, and we'll get it up and running. So stay tuned. Okay, got the switches all wired up. Now to mount the panel right down here. Can't see it because of the light, backlight. And then wires run right to there. I'll feed the white wire around, cut through the cork, feed to the other side, solder it there. Take the red wire, solder it here, and clean up the track, and we'll be ready to go on the Stockyard meat packing plant. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, like I've shown in the past, I pre-weather my track. So I'm getting ready to solder the drops down to the far side rails of each siding, because that's where the insulated rail joiners are. And white will be for the far track, red for the close track, because that's the way the switches are wired on the panel. And so what I've done is, you may not be able to see it, but I've sliced through and removed the cork underneath here so I can feed the white wire through, and getting ready to go here. But because the track is pre-weathered, there's no good spot to solder to. So out comes a Dremel tool, and you'll notice that brush, steel brush attachment on it. And got those off of, don't remember if it was eBay or Amazon, but a whole bag of them. Alright, 3 different types in there, and I've used all 3. At dirt cheap, $10 I think for that whole big bag. And of course they come on a slow boat from China, so you know you're going to want to order them before you need them. And so I'll just use my Dremel to clean up both sides of the track, and then I'll do the soldering and clean up the track, and we'll be ready to go. An important note when you're using these brushes, make sure you use protective eyewear, and if you're using them over the floor, make sure you vacuum the floor afterwards, because these steel bristles will come off and they will get in your feet. Alright, especially just plain socks or bare feet. And you can ask me how I know that. I'm speaking from experience. Plus it doesn't help when your wife walks through and she gets some in her feet. Alright, stay tuned. Settings are in, wired, track clean. Let's give her a go. Alright. Clear down the other siding. It helps when you pull all the way through the switch before you try to throw it. Of course, those are reefers, they're not stock cars, and the cattle pins aren't ready yet.